So welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K24 Next Gen. In today's video, we are back with another episode of our off-season rebuild series, and today it's going to be the LA Lakers. For the second straight season, the Denver Nuggets wiped the LA Lakers out of the postseason. Last year it was in the Western Conference Finals. This year it was in the first round of the Western Conference Playoffs. And ultimately, when you take a look at the matchups on paper, in real life, the Lakers were never going to win either of those series. So, Nikola Jokic, best player in the world. Jamal Murray is almost an all-time playoff riser at this point. And this is a Lakers team that certainly has some issues and some challenges ahead of them. First and foremost, the future of LeBron James. Is he going to opt out of that $51 million player option? Is he going to take his talents elsewhere? Could he perhaps call it a career? These are all questions the Lakers are going to be pondering this offseason. Anthony Davis looked relatively solid in this series as a whole. I know he was battling some injuries. And other than that, I didn't really like the play of anybody. So our goal today is to obviously turn some things around, whether LeBron is here or not, and ultimately get the Lakers banner 18. Let me know any other video ideas down below in the comment section. These have been a blast. You guys seem to enjoy them, and I'm very happy that this series is really ramping up. I've been looking for more teams to get into off-season rebuilds with. Of course, we don't do any teams until they are eliminated. So very excited about the future of this series and the future really of all the videos. Been having a blast recently. Really have been. But yeah, let me know anything down below in the comment section. We certainly have a lot of work to do today. Let's get into it. Undoubtedly, the biggest question that we're going to face here in today's rebuild is when LeBron James is going to retire, and we could honestly get our answer right now as we are here at the start of our first offseason. So I'll let you guys know. If he's going to retire, I'm going to override it. I always do, even when I'm not rebuilding the Lakers, and if it's one season we have him for, it's one season we have him for. He does not retire here today, though, so we do not have to worry about overriding the retirement of LeBron James, at least not yet. You got Iggy, who's very much already called it a career. Same with Haslam. You got Al Horford, Young, Gay, McGee. DJ calls it a career as well. Wow, a lot of names there, man. It's from my childhood. But I guess what we'll do is talk about this roster. It's a very, very interesting roster, obviously. You got the two stars here with LeBron and Anthony Davis. Let's just go positionally. That makes a little bit more sense. D'Angelo Russell is in all likelihood going to decline his player option and enter unrestricted free agency. I have absolutely no idea if the Lakers are going to pay this man. He is a very up and down player. Sometimes I feel like I'm watching one of the worst players in the league, and then when he catches fire, I'm like, hey, this is a very competent point guard. So D'Lo is certainly a question mark for me here in 2K when we're not really being realistic. I'm certainly not going to let him walk out the door for nothing, but we'll see. The Gabe Vincent signing has not been great for the Lakers so far. Obviously dealt with some injuries. Played a little bit in the playoffs and didn't really have a huge impact. I'm not going to lie to you. So I don't know what we're going to do with him. He ended up leaving Miami after their finals run last offseason, signed with the Lakers, and I'm pretty sure that's one the Lakers probably regret a little bit. Spencer Dinwiddie, who ended up signing with this team after he was bought out, I'm pretty sure at some point in time throughout this season. I don't have much to say about Spencer Dinwiddie. He's not somebody I'm going to use today a lot. Skylar Mays probably not. And then Jalen Hood-Schifino was a first-round pick last year. Almost positive they passed on Cam Whitmore and Jaime Jaquez Jr. for him. So I am not going to make a decision about his future here with us yet. He actually does develop decently well in this game, so we'll see. Shooting guard spot, Austin Reeves ended up re-upping with the Lakers on I don't want to say a much cheaper deal, but it felt like he could have maybe gotten more out there. I don't blame the guy for wanting to go play next to LeBron and AD, maybe taking a little bit less, but he has to be good for us today if he wants to stay on this team. I think he's a good player overall, but ultimately, is he a starting shooting guard on a championship team? We'll find out. Cam Reddish, no thank you. Max Christie, I don't really know what I'm going to do with Max Christie. Rui Hachimura, up and down for him, certainly. He's Rui. I don't really know what to do with him. The 82 overall is certainly nice. I don't hate the contract, so we'll see. Taurean Prince, somebody they maybe could bring back this offseason. Max Lewis, I don't really know. Power forward spot, obviously the GOAT himself, Mr. LeBron James, who is going to be entering year 22 potentially next season, which is so insane to think that he's still playing at this level when he's basically 40 years old. Vanderbilt was technically active in their elimination game against Denver, but didn't play. I know he was bouncing back from injury, so we'll see what we do with Vando. And then the center spot, Anthony Davis, when healthy, is still one of the most dominant big men in all of basketball. Christian Wood was also active last night. I don't think he played. Jackson Hayes actually gave him a little bit of run that I thought wasn't terrible as a whole, so we'll see what we end up doing with him. So that's the roster. Obviously, we have some decisions to make with a lot of these guys. I'm also going to override the retirement of Popovich. Draft lottery time, we're not going to be in it. Of course, we were in the playoffs, so we'll just see what happens here. It is the Hornets, the Grizzlies, the Atlanta Hawks, wow, Trailblazers, and then the Pistons. Staff signing time. going to be a lot of questions about this head coaching position with the Lakers this offseason. I know there are already rumors kicking off that Darvin Ham is not going to be the Lakers head coach next year, and honestly, I don't really blame you. So I am going to do Laker Nation a favor, I guess. I know the ratings are solid, but I don't really think he's a good coach. I don't really think anybody thinks he's a good coach. So, goodbye, Darvin. Let's take a look at some of the options we do have here right now. I mean, Stauffer is obviously a guy I get quite a bit because the ratings are literally perfect. I've had a decent amount of success with Jacob Underwood. I don't love his defensive rating, but I have won with him before. Darvin Ham now obviously here. Kevin, also, who is giving Darvin Ham these ratings? Right? Let's not pretend Darvin Ham is some basketball genius. He's not Eric Spoelstra or something like that. Maya Madsen, Frankie Nichols. There's not a lot of names here that I really love. So typically in year 2, there are more names. I think this could be a good Underwood video. I think I got Stauffer recently, so I'll go with Underwood today. Of course, the defensive rating leaves something to be desired, but that's something we'll work on. Let's head up to the draft. So I believe the Lakers do have their first-round pick this year. They do not. Who's the first-round pick? I'm going to check on that. Hang on. I checked Fanspo just to confirm it, and I actually didn't even realize they were still giving the New Orleans Pelicans draft picks from the Anthony Davis trade. But yes, number 17 overall is going to New Orleans, and we will not have it, unfortunately. So I have Fanspo open now. I'll know for a fact what all the future draft picks are looking like heading forward because 2K typically fucks it up. So 26th overall pick from the Clippers here in round 2. I guess maybe I'll draft somebody. Maybe I'll get a little bit lucky and somebody will fall that late, but it's highly unlikely. So let's just see who's here. Johnny Murphy. I mean, Gardial, I think I've actually heard of. At least that's a name that I recognize a little bit. O.C. Iguodala. Not related to Andre, perhaps, are you? Gardial is going to be my pick. I don't know anything about him. It's just a name that relatively sounds familiar. He's a 68 overall. I don't know if there's going to be any trade value there. We'll find out. All right, a lot of declined player options for us here on the screen right now. LeBron is obviously our first priority come free agency. We were going to offer him whatever he really wants. D'Lo is certainly somebody we're not going to let walk out the door. And then these 3 right here are going to be TBD. We'll see how much they ask for. So qualifying offers, Max Christie, $2 million. I guess I'll qualify him. Maybe a trade piece at some point. So 20 offers for Mr. LeBron James. None at 100% interest. I don't blame LeBron for not wanting to go to Detroit. I am going to offer him pretty much just whatever he asks for. So $47 million. That interest level is high. I'll actually do a 2-year deal. Yeah, $48 million. How much is Detroit offering? They're offering him 51. I guess he just really doesn't want to go to Detroit. So I'll actually do 50. Oh, that's actually a max. All right, we'll do that for a 2-year deal. I won't throw the player out. Hopefully he accepts that. Okay, he will. Other than that, D'Angelo Russell, how much are you going to ask for? $20+ million, which I don't think is out of the picture for D'Lo. I don't know if he'll be up there with, the $30+ million average that some of these guys are getting, but I think $20-25 million is something that I could see somebody offering D'Lo. So since he has no other offers, I'm not going to go crazy. We'll offer him a 4-year deal with the player option in year 4. And just like that, we have LeBron and D'Lo back. Now, I am certainly not an idiot, so I am not going to run it back with this group because that would be absolutely idiotic. We are going to make some trades and some upgrades with this team, and that is going to happen right now. We're going to see if the Cleveland Cavaliers have any level of interest in potentially trading us Jarrett Allen. Now, I fully understand pretty much everybody's thought process right now. You have AD at the 5, you have LeBron at the 4. Oh, shit, I hit my mic. I'm sorry. I would just move everybody down a slot. Obviously, Anthony Davis played a lot of power forward in the past. He's certainly capable of it. Even if we don't see that 3-point shot nearly as much as we used to, he's certainly capable of it. And then obviously LeBron very much can play the small forward spot. So I don't have a problem with Rui. I think overall-wise, he's a solid contributor. But if I can get Jarrett Allen, I'm doing it 10 times out of 10. So let's talk Cleveland. Let's make a deal. Jarrett Allen, weirdly enough, is not always terribly challenging to trade for. So I don't know what I'm going to have to give up here. I certainly have a couple draft picks in the future. I want to be kind of careful, though, because we don't know. I think I'd rather give up 25 because we know for a fact that LeBron will be here. We don't know if he will for 26. Even though I could just override the retirement. But I would be more willing, I should say, to give up 25 than I would 26. And then how about just some second-round picks that are completely useless to me? They won't do that. All right. Would I give up Jalen Hood-Schifino? I probably would. I probably would, and I say that because this is a team that is ready to win now, and we don't really have time to sit here and develop a point guard that we probably shouldn't have even really drafted anyways. So if it gets me Jared Allen, I'll live with it. That's a decision that I'm very happy with, and hopefully it doesn't come back to bite me in the ass. So LeBron, small forward, AD, actually goes down in overall power forward. It's a little strange, but he'll be playing there nonetheless. It's 2K. It'll be perfectly fine. So I'm excited about adding Allen. Obviously a little bit more defense, got a little bit more size. I think it's a smart deal. So D'Lo will actually start. I'm not just going to trade him immediately after re-signing him. Him and Reeves will be my backcourt. And right now, it's just about filling out this bench unit. I don't really have any interest in keeping Gabe Vincent because I know he regresses. So I'm going to trade him for some sort of other backup. I don't know who that's going to be. I actually don't hate a Terrence Mann addition to this team. Let's just see Ben Shepherd, Larry Nance Jr. I'm not giving up draft picks for bench pieces. It's just not happening. So you know what? Let's make the deal here with the Clippers. A 1-for-1 swap. Gabe Vincent for Terrence Mann. I know we're giving up a year of control there because Mann is expiring. But overall-wise, I think he'll fit this team a little bit better. So point guard, small forward, and center is what I'm looking for right now in terms of backups. I am not bringing back Patrick Beverley. Shooting guard, we are good. But Luke Kennard, low-key, could just move to the backup small forward spot and take over. I actually don't think that's the worst idea in the world. So let's bring in Luke Kennard. And then I got to look at some options here because we are running low. Wow. Okay, not so great options here remaining for me. I think Billy Hernan Gomez probably going to be my guy. And then, yeah, Max Christie wants to go to Orlando. Okay, I'll just match that. I actually probably have to trade Max Christie now for a point guard. All right, let's go ahead and do that. I actually completely forgot about Max Christie, and I forgot that I qualified him. So him and 2 second-round picks. Again, maybe could get some playing time somewhere, but I'm just going to rather... I could make another trade with the Clippers, get Bones Highland. Trey Mann, but not really a point guard. So there's not a lot of point guard options here for me, unfortunately. So you know what? It is going to be Bones Highland. Not my favorite trade in the world, but I can live with it. Another deal with the Clippers. So a couple of LA to LA trades. Kennard's going to be the backup to LeBron, and then we are basically all set. I don't know, would Lakers fans enjoy this bench more than the one they actually currently have? I don't know, or did, I guess. So, I don't know, let me know. But this is it. This is how it's going to look heading into year number 1. I'm really hoping this isn't the swan song for LeBron James. I want him here throughout the entirety of the rebuild, but of course there is a strong possibility that is not going to be the case. So what we did this past offseason is put together a really solid surrounding core, both a couple new starters, well actually one new starter, and then a pretty much brand new bench unit. So I do think this team has a much better chance to win. I don't know if we're a serious contender, but my goal right now is to not be in the play-in tournament. I would like to avoid that as a whole, meaning we won't get as challenging of a first-round matchup. So I need a very strong regular season out of this team in its entirety. We brought back D'Angelo Russell. I am hoping he has a really solid season for us. If not, he could be D-Lo out of Los Angeles. That's a horrible saying. I'm sorry. Austin Reeves here at the 2. LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Jared Allen. I'm excited to see what Allen and Davis can do in the front court together. I think it could be very, very special. Hopefully the spacing's fine. Luke Kennard will be my 6th man off the bench. You got Jared Vanderbilt still in here, kind of the one guy we brought back from last year. Made another trade with the Clippers, and picked up Mann and Highland, and then Billy Hernan Gomez, who we kind of just signed because we had no money, as our backup center. So we are, I'm excited. That's what I'm going to say. I will see you guys at the end of year number 1. I certainly had a feeling that we would be better here in our first season after a really fun kind of first off season, and I just didn't know how much better. We go 64-18. 64 wins for this team. Not something I expected. I thought we'd maybe hover, anywhere from like 52, 54. That would have felt really successful, but 64. I'll certainly take it. That would be MVP number 3 for Giannis. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Donovan Clingan is a Cavalier. I'm assuming he just replaced Jared Allen, and he's your Rookie of the Year. Naz Reid, my fucking GOAT, 6th Man of the Year. Wemby's your D-Boy. Trace Jackson Davis, Most Improved. Steph Curry, Clutch Player of the Year. And our new head coach, Jacob Underwood. Maybe that's all it'll take. A new head coach. Lakers will be back to glory. We'll find out. You can see we're the 1 seed here in the Western Conference. Here's the full standings. 13 games up on the Oklahoma City Thunder. And we have the best record in the NBA. So I'm feeling good about this team right now. Obviously, we have a lot of experience, a lot of talent as a whole. And hopefully 40-year-old LeBron is very hungry for one more ring. I mean, just look at those numbers for a fucking 40-year-old. AD, D'Lo, actually pretty good season out of D'Lo. 17.5 points, 2 rebounds, 6.5 assists. He was only 44% from the field. What did he shoot from 3? Okay, that's got to be worked on a little bit. Wow, good God. All right, well, the 3-point shooting certainly was not a strong suit from this team. Kennard was above 40%. Everybody else kind of of struggled a little bit. So, again, I knew the risk I was taking when I put Jared Allen in the front court next to Anthony Davis, but 64 wins kind of tells me I was right to make that decision. So, LeBron led us in assists. Round one, who's it going to be? A little bit of the different side of the spectrum. We are facing a play-in team, not a play-in team ourselves. So, it is us against the San Antonio Spurs. You got GOAT versus maybe future GOAT here with Wembanyama. This is an interesting team. His surrounding core, although not great, certainly is a little bit talented. So, slightly nervous, but I'm not terrified in any way, shape, or form like I would be of a Denver Nuggets or somebody like that. We go up 3-0. We end up sweeping them. Moving on here to the Western Conference semifinals. We could have potentially had the final series between Curry and LeBron, but no, Steph decided that he wanted to let me play the Pelicans instead. CJ, Herb Jones, Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson, Jonas Valanciunas. You got Trey Murphy. Jalen Smith's a nice addition there. Dyson Daniels. So talented and deep New Orleans team. I still think we're better. We should be. You win 64 games, you should be better. Okay. Not the way I wanted that to go. Not the way I wanted that to go at all. I'd like to take a look at the numbers here from round two and just see who played well, see who played bad. I want to see this. Oh, wait. I'm looking at normal stats, not playoff stats. Playoff stats. That's what I'm looking for. Quarterfinals. Okay. Anthony Davis, need a little more out of you. D'Lo was actually kind of solid. 42% from the field. Kind of stinks, but I can live with it. Yeah, I need a more aggressive Anthony Davis. That's what I need there. I need 22 plus a game from him. I think LeBron let up a little bit in the scoring department, but again, he is 40. Luke Kennard kind of MIA. That's not great after that. So, a little bit of a disappointing ending here in year one. It was a fantastic regular season, but I guess the Pelicans are just a team of destiny, and then the Bucks go on to beat them. So, off-season number two, we obviously have a very, very big moment coming up here for us. Does LeBron call it a career? He does. All right, so I'm going to override it. I always override it the first time. I obviously can't do anything past that, but let's just say, he's on a 2-year deal. We'll let him finish out the contract. Who really cares? I do it every video. I'm not just doing it because it's a Lakers video. And then Steph Curry also calls it a career. I'm actually going to override that as well. I don't want Steph Curry going out like that. I don't. Popovich, I obviously cannot do it again, so he is gone. Steven Salas as well. Hall of Fame inductees, nobody would have been LeBron and Curry, but no. Kyle Lowry will be in the Hall of Fame. Let's just put that out there. Draft lottery time. I traded away my pick. Not that it was going to be in the lottery anyways, but it doesn't really matter. It's going to be number 30 overall. And actually, wait, excuse me. It's going to be lower than that. It is where the hell is it? Oh, it's 29. Who cares? I don't see the Lakers anywhere else, so I don't think we have any first at all. I'm upset with the ending, but it's certainly not enough to fire Jacob Underwood. I will look at the candidates. You got Mazzulla, you got Kidd, you got Daigneault here, so relatively solid coaches all around, but I'm happy with Peterson. So this could be it for LeBron. We have to go all in this season. If we do not win a championship and he retires, we are basically screwed at that point, because I know we'll have a little bit of money to play with, obviously, but we're not winning anything probably without LeBron unless something crazy happens. So no draft picks. Let's just skip over the draft. Oh, that's the wrong button. Let's go team player options. We have nobody. So now we have to decide, do we want to keep this entire team intact? Bones Highland's going to be entering restricted free agency. We'll certainly qualify him. And this is a very good free agency class. Unfortunately, we're just not going to have any money. So I'm going to bring back the guys we do have here. And wait, what? Oh, I meant to click on Highland. I'm going to bring back the guys we do have here, and hopefully we're able to retain both of them. I'd like to upgrade the backup center spot, and then we should basically be good from there. So Highland's back, Mann is back, and then let's just look at some center options real quick. Again, I know money's not exactly our strong suit right now. Yeah, this is an interesting one for me, because although there's some solid rotation pieces here, I know how Steven Adams' regression works. It's very sad. It happens very quickly. Tillman's a little undersized at only 6'7". I don't really like Drew Eubanks. I'm certainly not running back another Christian Wood experiment. Mason Plumlee just doesn't move me all around. So there could be a couple different paths we explore here, but I certainly have to decide about the core of this team right now. I'm taking a huge risk right now, but there's a strong chance this is LeBron's final season, and I have to go all in. Now, I understand we're going to lose two starters here with D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reeves, and although we are getting a fantastic player in Trae Young, it's going to hurt us somewhere in the starting five, right? You don't just replace one of these two guys with a nobody. But Trae Young is leaps and bounds better than both D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reeves. This is a trade that you make when you're going all in. So we will find a way to replace Reeves at the starting shooting guard spot with somebody who is close to as good as he is. But I was actually shocked that I got this offer from Atlanta. I have no idea why they want to give me this, but I'm certainly going to take advantage of their stupidity. I also considered this deal here with the Utah Jazz, but ultimately I just didn't really see a path to have Markkanen, LeBron, Anthony Davis, and Jared Allen all in a starting lineup. So, nope, we're going this one here with Atlanta. Trae Young is going to officially be a Los Angeles Laker, and now that leaves a very, very big kind of gaping hole at our shooting guard spot. So another really big decision and hopefully another really big trade. I'd absolutely love to try to find a way to add Herb Jones to this team. I think having Highland and Kennard would probably be better just because we need to have some depth, but I'm always going to prioritize starters over bench pieces, especially heading into a year like the one we could have coming up. So I have some draft assets I could give up. I certainly don't want to overpay a ton, but I do think Herb Jones ultimately would fit in this lineup pretty well. So I'll give up my 2026 first. I will give up this swap here we had with the Atlanta Hawks that we got in the Trae Young deal, and that's just like that. We have ourselves a starting shooting guard. So I'm very excited about that, especially having a defensive-oriented shooting guard next to Trae Young. And I really do think this team's going to be really strong, but unfortunately we do not have a lot of depth. So there's going to be some decisions made about how we kind of go about this heading into the final regular season. So I'm a little bit nervous. I think Sam Hauser would actually be a good addition. He's a really good three-point shooter. He's on my Celtics right now. And so that's a good pickup right there. So we have our backup small forward, kind of just replacing Luke Kennard, honestly. And now we need a backup point guard and a backup big man. So, oh boy, we are running low on options here. Let's go back to the centers here. I guess Hernan Gomez will run it back with him. It's honestly not the worst idea in the world. And then finally, the point guard spot. Oh boy, this is not a strong list at all. It's really not. Vasile Micic is certainly not somebody I would like to have in a potential championship situation. I'm going to do this the old-fashioned way. I really am. I'm going to sign a couple guys and then trade somebody. I'm sorry. I know nobody likes it when I do this, but I have to go all in for the final season of LeBron, and if I have to be an asshole about it, I'm certainly willing to do so. So let's see what we got here. I need some sort of point guard. Kobe Buffkin. Okay, those numbers are not near where I thought they would be, but at least he's young and that overall might go up. And it honestly might be the only point guard we get offered. So let's make this deal here with Atlanta. I'm not going to be that big of a douche. I'm not going to take the first round pick because there's no reason we should be getting one. We're just going to do this for the player. So, all right, man, we are all set heading into, it's not going to be our final season, but it very well could be our final season with this man right here. Last season, we won 64 games and then flamed out way earlier than I was hoping we would in the Western Conference playoffs. We lost in round 2 to the New Orleans Pelicans, and we kind of realized with LeBron James' retirement potentially on the horizon, we had to go all in here for year 2, which is kind of crazy, but it's what we're at, where we're at right now. So Trae Young came over in a deal with the Atlanta Hawks. Herb Jones came over in a deal with the New Orleans Pelicans. We still have LeBron, still got AD, still got Jared Allen. This is an insanely talented starting 5. The only thing I am nervous about right now is the depth on this team, but honestly, when you take a bigger look at it, it's not nearly as bad. Terrence Mann's going to be my 6th man here. Jared Vanderbilt still somehow made it through all the trades. Sam Hauser, who we brought in, is going to be my backup small forward. As a Celtics fan, it absolutely kills me to see him in a Lakers jersey. Kobe Buffkin, we made another deal with the Atlanta Hawks, and then Billy Hernan Gomez is going to be my backup center. So the talent is certainly here. LeBron has definitely won with less, and I really think this team is championship or bust. There's no other way to describe it. So I'll see you guys at the end of year number 2. Quite a way to wrap up year 2 in what could be potentially LeBron's final season. Not only does Trae Young win an MVP for us, which is insane considering the other talent around him, we go 71-11, which of course is not the best record in NBA history, but it is certainly pushing that boundary. But all across the board, insane numbers from our point guard here. Cooper Flagg is an Atlanta Hawk. He's your rookie of the year. Cam Thomas is now a member of the Miami Heat. He's your 6th man of the year. Well, Cam Thomas obviously has the scoring already. Can you imagine him with Spo's system if they can develop him defensively? God damn. Wemby's your D-Boy. Robert Dillingham, most improved. Anthony Edwards, clutch player of the year. Mr. Underwood, 2nd straight coach of the year. I'm hoping that this season does not end like the last one. Let's take a look at some standings real quick. We were 15 games up on the Thunder. I'm getting some serious flashbacks to last year when we were just far and away better than everybody. But of course, it is a new season come postseason time. Here are the numbers. Feel free to pause at any point. I think this team's really well balanced with offense and defense. So here goes nothing. Round 1, us and the Sacramento Kings. It is De'Aaron Fox, Kobe Jones, Sadiq Bey, Keegan Murray, Domantas Sabonis. Really good duo there with Fox and Sabonis, but I certainly do think we're the better team. Don't do this shit. Do not. Oh my God. There's no way. There's no way. We're not doing this. How does that happen? How does that happen? How do I win 71 fucking games and then lose to the Kings? Oh my God. It's one of those days, isn't it? I don't know, man. I don't. It's just, that's tough. All right, well, I tried. I sure as shit did. It's just, I don't know. I really don't. I really don't. I'm assuming, yeah. All right, so LeBron's gone. It's done. I cannot override his retirement twice. So we're going to have to find a situation where LeBron James is not on this team and we still have to win somehow. So I don't know. I'll do whatever I can. But of course, we had our chance pretty much, and it's over. So I'll give it my best effort, though. I really will. So staff signing Jacob Underwood. I might fire his ass. Honest, goodbye. You know what? I don't want to stick with that bullshit. We went 71 and fucking 11, and we still couldn't find a way. Give me Mike Malone. Honestly, Mike Malone's at least won something in his life. Let me just thank you very much. Welcome to town, Mike. Oh my God. I should have just never gone. I'm so fucking annoyed right now. All right, that pick's completely useless. So let's get some future second round picks. If I can somehow actually win with what we have now moving forward, I think I'd be considered a miracle worker. I really do. I don't know why Trae Young has a team option. All right, free agency here. We obviously don't really have any money to spend, which I always knew was going to be the problem we ran into. A couple offers there for Jarrett Allen, none of which are really real. And now we're just kind of in the same spot we were last year, except we don't have the greatest player in the history of the sport. So I have to figure something out. There's not even a little part of me that wants to do this deal, but if I want any chance of winning heading into our final regular season, I need a talented starting five. And ultimately, whoever I was going to sign in a mid-level whatever to replace LeBron was not going to cut it. So we're trading Anthony Davis. I don't like it. I didn't want to do it, but we're getting two really quality players here with Scotty Barnes and RJ Barrett. I'll show you some of the other offers. I almost considered this, but it didn't really make a lot of sense fit-wise. This was never happening. Mobley and Okoro would be fun. I just ultimately think I'd rather have Barnes and RJ Barrett. This was a fun one from the Celtics. I just don't know how Tingus Pingus and Jarrett Allen would fit in the front court together. I know Tingus Pingus can space the floor, but it's just the deal we're going with. Kawhi's just a little too old. Sadiq Bey doesn't really move me enough. That was never going to happen. I don't know who the hell this is, but no. So this is the one we're taking here from the Toronto Raptors. I don't want to trade Anthony Davis, but another part of me is like, hey, he's also, 33, 34 years old, and so we still have talent here. That's kind of what I was going for, and I don't think that Scotty Barnes and RJ Barrett are going to be able to reciprocate what Anthony Davis and LeBron James couldn't do, but we're certainly going to give it all of our effort heading into this final regular season. So I am going to find myself a backup center now. I still don't have any real money. God, these center spots are just disgusting. It's horrifying. I'm going to sign Luke Cornett and immediately trade him. I don't care anymore at this point. So, Luke, I love you, buddy. Goodbye. Our one remaining first and then a second. I don't know. Just give me somebody who's at least somewhat competent. Actually, you know what? I'm going to pick up Vince Williams Jr. and then I'm going to trade Sam Hauser. I think Vince Williams Jr. defensively provides a little bit more, obviously. I know Hauser's shooting is great, but I'll live with it. I need a center. I can just get Luke Cornett back. Oh, man. Charles Bassey, Kevon Looney, but Kevon Looney's 30. All right, you know what? Welcome to town, Mr. Charles Bassey. Thank you very much. All right, I don't think there's any other major trades coming. I don't have the assets for it. I think this is about as good as we were going to do in a pretty much do-or-die situation. So I'll see you guys at the rotation. I'm not really sure what to think heading into this final regular season. Obviously last year we kind of went all in with the intention of, one last bang for LeBron James, and it didn't work. We got bounced in the first round after winning 71 games. So, although this team is still extremely talented, but it's not there. It's really not. So, Mike Malone, who is our new head coach, will be an absolute miracle worker if he can get a championship here. And I'm not saying that because there's not talent. There's obviously a shit ton of talent here. I'm just saying if we couldn't do it with LeBron and Anthony fucking Davis, what makes you think we're going to do it with RJ Barrett and Scotty Barnes? So I'm trying to be optimistic here, but I'm also annoyed. So Trae Young, Herb Jones, RJ Barrett, Scotty Barnes, Jarrett Allen, bench unit, Vince Williams Jr., Jared Vanderbilt, Kobe Buffkin, Charles Bassey, and Trey Mann. We're still going to be good. I don't think we're 70-plus wins good, but I expect to be near the top of the Western Conference. I've certainly been wrong a lot in the past, and I guess I am again. I didn't think this team would be nearly as good as we were in the regular season last year, but we were exactly as good because we went 71-11. I didn't want to undersell this team and the talent that we had here, but I just didn't think there was a chance. No disrespect to RJ Barrett and Scotty Barnes, but you are smoking crack if you think they are anywhere near as talented as LeBron and Anthony Davis. I don't know. Mike Malone might be a miracle worker. Jokic is your MVP. Cameron Boozer, Rookie of the Year. Jalen Duren is now in Oklahoma City. Oh, great. Another piece to a team that we very well could have to see. Wemby, another D-point. Judah Mintz, most improved. Luka is now a king, the team that beat us last year. Well, they made a mistake back in 2018 by drafting Marvin fucking Bagley instead of Luka, and I guess they made up for that mistake a little bit. Mike Malone does win Coach of the Year for us. That's just a funny image. All right. I mean, we've done so well in the past 2 regular seasons, and it hasn't meant a goddamn thing. We haven't even seen the Western Conference Finals yet, and I don't know. Let's just see how this goes. Trae Young, RJ Barrett, Scotty Barnes, Jarrett Allen, cool, yada, yada, yada. Rebounds per game was Allen, and assists was Trae Young. So who do we got? Round 1, us, the Memphis Grizzlies. John Morant, who very well could be the best player in the series, probably is. Ian Jackson, Zachary Rizachet, Caleb Wilson, Triple J, who I still don't think should be anywhere near the center position. We split the first 2 games at home, win game 3, win game 4. Really? Spurs, once again here in the, oh my god, they have 2 Frenchmen. That's fucking hilarious. Here goes nothing against the Spurs, who have obviously improved. Wemby is significant. Are we seriously going to, now we touch the Western Conference Finals? What the fuck? I don't know. Us and the Thunder, who are still very, very good. There's no way they kind of go around them. They just kind of got to go through them. So here goes nothing. We are 1-1 with them after 2, go down 2-1, tie it up at 2s. Up 3-2, Game 7, and the winner gets the Hornets. Please win this. It's one of those days. It really is. It really is. I never thought in my life as a Celtics fan I would be so annoyed to see the Lakers not have success, but I am so annoyed at this game right now. I don't really know what else I could have done. I don't. Who's on the Hornets? We would have kicked this team's fucking teeth in. I will say that with almost 100% confidence. God damn it, dude. God damn it. All right, well, life after LeBron was pretty much the same, I guess, according to 2K, as it was with LeBron. Just didn't go our way. Just didn't go our goddamn way. So, frustrating, nonetheless. We still put together a really good team. We had a lot of really talented players throughout the course of this video. Just could not quite get over the hump. And it's very, very rare that I don't make a finals, especially with all the talent we had. But it's one of those days, man. What can you do? You just tip your cap. All right, though, let me know any other video ideas down below in the comment section. Of course, more and more teams get eliminated, more and more off-season rebuilds we have, so on and so forth. So that's it for me. As always, thanks so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys all in the next one.